welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is AhTravesty playing some Pillars of Eternity. So, we're still here in Bright Hollow. It's one of the buildings inside Kadnua. We explored this whole place, but apparently there's nothing in here, so I'm making the assumption we'll probably come back here sometime again in the future, but I don't know. It seems unusual that there was nothing in here, but unless there is something here, and I just didn't find it when I did my search. But anyways, we've been collecting up a lot of crafting supplies. So I was taking a look at a deer, his fine poleaxe. I'm thinking we can probably put another enchantment on this thing. It's already fine. We could put a corrosive lash on it, which does 25% extra corrode damage, or burning lash. I'm thinking burning lash though, because I got a hell of a lot more crafting supplies for that, whereas corrosive lash, it requires 2 of these, and I really don't want to waste them 2. Them are the only 2 I have, so I think for now, let's go ahead and put some burning lash on it. 200 coins it's going to cost us. Let's go ahead and do it. He's been using that quite often, so now he's got plus 4 accuracy, plus 15 damage from the fine, and an additional burning damage coming out of that. So that will work. And let's see, can we craft any food? Nope. Potions, we can get some potions as well. Although we got a lot of consumables already piled up on us, and really don't think we need them just yet. What about scrolls? Yeah, we can get some decent scrolls too. They don't cost very much. But for now, I think we're going to be alright. So let's get back out of here and probably head toward the keep next. Alright, so yeah, I think the entrance to the keep was right here. I still don't know what's up with this over here at the Barbican. We'll probably find something out about that in the future, but in the meantime, let's go into the keep next, see what we have in here. Journal update, let's see what we have here. Enter the keep. The keep seems abandoned. There are spirits here, as there were in Gilded Vale. Creatures too. It seems I will have to explore further if I am to find answers. Alright. And we got a container right here.
Clearly of Adheran make. They like their archways.
Oh, and there's a shadow right there too, but let's check this container. Whispers of Yenwood, what is this? We have us a unique sword. 20% of graze is converted to hits. Plus 5 accuracies versus spirits, and plus 25% damage against spirits. Although a penalty of 3 on will. Alright, let's grab that. Let's see, who could actually use that the most here? Maybe we can trade out Travis's fine sword with that thing. Yeah, if we're gonna deal with spirits the whole time in here, this might be the better sword. You know what? Let's actually swap this one out. Although against anything else, this one is actually more superior. I really don't like that -3 penalty to will, but yeah, we just got to remember, as long as we're fighting spirits, keep this one. Other than that, go back to this one. Okay, so we have a shadow over here, so let's
What
go
is it?
Oh, look at that thing, looks pretty cool. That sword. Let's do a recon. There's a phantom. There's a few phantoms. At least 4 of them. 4 phantoms in a shadow that I can see. Damn, I can get right up on these guys here without them seeing me. Huh. I got a good stealth skill. Alright, let's go with the crossbow. And let's see what we can do here. Go for the shot. Ooh, nice hit. Killed him outright. Okay, let's go back to melee. Let's get a deer up here. And Durance can get up here. Let's bust out the arquebus. And let's go ahead and send some missiles out too. Alright, Alright, let's go for Blinding Strike. Let's go for a knockdown. Durance can get up here. Alright, let's move Kana up closer. And let's get some Arcane Assault, probably right in here. Alright, knock that one down. Let's go for a knockdown on this one. Are we still hitting this one over here? Okay, let's get some Holy Radiance. Keep shooting them up. Oh, here's another shadow. He must have been further back there. I didn't see him. Okay, let's get some more Arcane Assault. Let's drop it in there. Alright, that Phantom's badly injured. That one's near death. This one's dazed.
How may I help?
Oh, this one's trying to sneak around over here. Alright, let's go ahead and see if... Let's see if we can get a... let's go with a knockdown on this one. Let's beat this one down. Shoot him. And let's bust out some more missiles, I think. Let's hit this damn shadow back here. I bet that thing's gonna teleport. Okay, that one's down. That one's badly injured. What is going on with Travis? Why is he not hitting anything over here? You know what? Let's do some Crucible of the Soul over here. How many can we get? Let's try to get these.
Yes.
Alright, he's going for a knockdown. That one's barely injured. That one's injured. That one's badly injured. Alright, you know what? Since these things are right next to us, let's use some Divine Mark. Let's hit that one. Alright, shoot that guy up. And Arcane Assault. Let's see if we can drop it right there. Okay. Alright, how are we looking? Let's go for a knockdown on this guy.
What is it?
Damn, these things are doing some damage to us here. Alright, and we can actually do a chant here. Can we hit all three of them? Let's try to do that. And what do we have left over here? Let's just keep shooting that one up. Okay. Alright, let's go for a flank on this one. Let's bust out some Blinding Strike. Durance just put the beat down on him. And let's go for a knockdown. He's already knocked down, so let's go for this one. Shoot him. And just keep hitting him. Alright, what's going on? Alright, he's down. Come back here for a flank. Let's go with some Blinding Strike. And took him out. Wow, those things were punishing us that time. Alright, what do we have here for some remains? Some more spirit residue.
Let's see what lies this way.
Alright. What does this say? The gray and brown pelts of mice flit between the boards.
I'll take care of it.
The stairway going up. What's this? The brazier's chains are rigid with rust. There's a door over here. Let's search this place. Oh, the steward. As you come to the end of the great hall, you perceive an inviting warmth radiating from a grand throne wrought out of marble. Its masterful artistry out of place amidst the castle's more practical stonework. The veiled face of a woman is carved above the throne's backing, watching over the room with hollow eyes. As you approach, you feel the warmth fluctuate, as though stirring. A voice rings out from the carving, permeating the fortress through stone and air.
Another watcher in Cadnua, glowing very brightly indeed to these eyes. What strange happenstance.
I'm looking for Merwald.
As am I. If you should happen to find him, I would be glad to know of it. Each day his absence brings new dust to my halls, new cracks to my stones. It's shameful is what it is. The Earl would never have let it come to this. You are free to search for him here. I will unbar the way.
Any idea where I can find Merwald?
I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind.
Tell me about Merwald.
He was a great man. He came here one day, young with long hair and polished armor, and he banished the dark things that had come to lurk in this place after centuries of neglect. He could see the beauty of this place, the way it had been, so he claimed it for his own when no one else would take it. We worked together to restore it. But he began to grow distant some time ago. He never told me why. He retreated deeper and deeper into the keep, never leaving, sending servants for food, hiding himself from my sight. The restoration stopped. Now, to look at the place, you'd never know the progress we'd made. In most places, it's worse than it ever was. And all I can do is watch it crumble around me.
You said these were your halls?
Not as a land is its lord's, more as a child is its mother's. This castle was my design, you see. The Earl appointed me to do it. I was getting on in years. I knew it would be my only chance to build something magnificent. When it was built, I couldn't bring myself to part from it, to go back to my lonely home. I begged the Earl to let me stay, to take care of it. It was all I wanted, and he granted it. Years later, when Bereth's usher finally came calling, I begged the Earl to find a way to let me remain, and so he did.
Are you imprisoned in that throne?
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins, one of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul. Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place.
What Earl are you speaking of?
The Earl of Yenwood. The original, in fact, when Deerwood was a colony. He found this site, the only ruin Ere Glanfarth refused to defend, and he believed its wealth would be great. The keep was his way of defending his family's claim, and that claim became his obsession. He had to know what lay beneath. He devoted his life to excavating the ruins below the keep. They had been sealed with rock and soil. Deliberately, it would seem. Years passed, and with them the Earl. He dug his entire life and never found what he sought. His obsession became his sons and his sons' sons. And one day, that young Earl broke through.
What did he find?
An endless maze, incomprehensible in its construction. But he would never come to learn more than that. Vile things had taken residence there, vile and dangerous. They poured up through the keep and slew its residents, the Earl among them. After that, the keep remained abandoned, unused, wasted. Meowall's mastery of this place was the first hope I'd had in 200 years. How I've longed to see it as it once was. I can only guess why all this has happened. I fear I've wronged the gods putting this place here, and they've doomed me to watch it wear away into dust. To witness my own folly.
Farewell.
Take care in your search. Many dangers lie in wait here.
Alright. Okay, so that door just opened. Inside the keep I found a spirit entombed within the throne that sits in the Great Hall. She has opened a way down into the depths of the keep, in the hopes that I might find Merwald somewhere below. Alright.
Keeping an eye out.
Well, let's search this place. Anything new? Nope.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Alright, let's continue searching what we have up here. Oh, there's a chest or something right there. Any traps on this thing? Let's open her up. And it's empty. Wonderful. Okay, so apparently we gotta go that way, but let's continue checking the rest of this place. Where's this go? Back outside? Oh, where are we? The library. And there's a phantom right there.
What is it?
Alright, Travis. Oh, shadow, phantom. Let me guess there's a whole bunch of them back there that are hidden. Uh-oh. Oh, Alright, let's bust out the crossbow. Let's take a quick look around this corner here. Is there anything else? Nope. Alright, let's go for the shot.
Kill them all! Kill them all!
So it looks like just the 4 of them. Alright, let's go back to melee. Yeah, deer,
What
get
is
up
it?
here. Everybody move up. Alright, let's see if we can get over here. We're still in defender mode, and it looks like we're probably going to need it here. So, let's go for a knockdown. And let's see, Alof, let's back you up. Alright, let's see if we can get a better flank position here. Let's go for some arcane assault. You guys start shooting them up. Durance, let's get up here. And let's get some holy radiance. And let's move over here. Let's get the flank with Travis. Bust them up. Okay, let's see. Let's go with some divine mark on this shadow. And let's get some arcane assault. Alright, that one's dead. Move to the next one. Let's go with a crippling strike on this one. And let's go with a knockdown. That one's near death, so let's hit this one. Alright, shoot him. Shoot him. Alright, that one's dead. And let's take this one out. Alright. Alright, tear him up. Damn, these things are putting out some damage, man. Freezing damage. Alright. Alright, let's grab all that.
I'll see what I can find.
I think we gotta start taking that into consideration. This armor is definitely not helping here. It's freezing damage that we're taking. Deer and Travis have been getting pounded. Alright, let's see what this says. Spiders have taken up residence in the empty bookshelves. Not seeing anything else in here. And there's something back here. This map shows the Deerwood's old colonial borders. A settlement called New Dunrid is marked in the place of present-day Defiance Bay. Alright, anything else back here? Not seeing anything. Nothing there. Okay. Well, unless we're just not finding anything in here when we're doing our search. Alright, let's go back into the Great Hall. Okay, and we had this stairway over here. Let's go take a quick look up here. Okay. The barracks. Anything up here? What is this? It feels as if cobwebs are the only thing holding this rickety old mess together. Looks pretty cool up here, though. Not seeing any creatures, though. What's this say? Something has made a nest out of old straw and mattress taking. I wonder if we have to come back up here later or something, or what? I'm just kind of surprised that there's nothing here, unless there's something hidden up here. Just a one room with nothing in it. Okay. Yep, doesn't look like there's anything else up here. Alright, let's go back down the stairs then. Alright, anything hidden over here in these bricks? Doesn't look like it. Alright, I guess we're going this way then. Oh.
There's my little soldier.
Okay. Let's talk to this thing.
Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
As you draw near, the apparition in front of you resolves into an elven woman. Her stringy hair is tied back, and she tugs at a loose thread on her apron. There's a distant hollow look in her eyes until she notices you. She turns from you long enough to produce a basket that, like her, is shimmering and semi-transparent. And no complaints. You've got to eat your vegetables if you want to grow up strong and be a real soldier one day. Just like we agreed, right? She watches you out of the corner of her eye. Say nothing.
Soldiers are important people. They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father.
Remind me what happened to, my father?
Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
I see.
That's why you'll be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
Alright.
Nice and quiet.
Alright, so we have a stairway going down. Oh, what was this? I didn't see this. What does this say? The brazier's chains are rigid with what? Rust. Yeah, we read that already. Alright, I guess we'll go down this way. The dungeons. Also doesn't look very big. Let's see what this says. The silver trails of slugs gleam inside the barrels. Sick. Oh, what is this? Ivory spinner. Ivory spiderling. Okay, let's do a quick recon. It looks like they're all over the place here. Yep. Damn! Okay, that's a lot of spiders. Let's go to the crossbow. Spear spider, ivory spinner. Alright, this is going to be a fun one. Alright, let's move back here. Let's go for the spinner, I guess. And here comes the webs. Oh, shit. Okay, I think we're going to have to put up some buffs here. And Alof, back up a little bit. Alright, let's go with a knockdown. And back to melee weapon. Let's see. Let's actually switch that sword out. These are certainly not spirits. Yep, let's go for that one right there. Let's go for a blinding strike.
Poison.
Oh. Alright. Arcane assault. Probably drop it right in here.
Got stuck over here.
And let's drop it again. Put it right in there. Alright, let's go with a crippling strike on this big spider here. Shoot that thing up. Let's go with a knockdown on this spiderling. Endurance. Maybe a ray of fire scroll right down here. But he's engaged right now. Let's actually get some holy radiance fired up. Alright, that one's dead. Let's go with a blinding strike. Let's get this one that's on endurance right here. And that one's near death. Let's just put the beat down on him. And shoot that spinner. And what else do we have here? Boy, I'd love to get in here with some fan of flames. I wonder if I can squeeze up here and do that. Nope, I won't be able to. Alright, let's just shoot that thing. Alright, that one's down. Let's go with a knockdown on this spider. Endurance. Let's get up here. Let's use this ray of fire scroll. Come on. Yeah, buddy. Burn, baby, burn. Alright, shoot that thing. Okay, I think Travis might be taking some fire damage. Alright, let's move around this damn ray. That's an unfortunate side effect of that. Let's see, can we move? Alright, stay over here. There we go. Torched him. But Durance took some damage. But I just wanted to use that scroll. Alright. Alright, let's check these remains here. Spider venom sac and some spider legs. Let's grab all that. Oh, there's another spider right there. Let's go back to stealth. Let's look over here real quick. Anything in here? Oh, there's a skeleton on a table there or something. Nothing else in here otherwise. Okay, spear spider and a spiderling. Let's look up here before we deal with that damn thing. Nothing in there. And nothing in there. Alright, let's move over here. Oh, there's another spider right there. Okay. We can probably take these out. Let's go ahead and do a recon real quick. Is there anything else down here that's going to surprise us? Oh, more spiders down here. Quite a few more. Okay, let's go to the crossbow. Let's shoot this one up, I guess.
Bring them down.
Oh, we can't see him? Can you shoot him from there? There we go. There we go. Killed his ass. Alright, let's go for a knockdown. And let's go for the flank. And let's get some blinding strike. Tow your ass up.
What is it? Of course.
Alright, let's see. Can we get out of combat? I guess we gotta stay in combat here. Oh, let's get this thing. Let's go back. Well, okay, we still have the crossbow. Let's take the shot. Alright, let's move.
Hey.
And here we go. Alright, go for the shot. Let's get some arcane assault. Get Durance up here. Put the beat down on him. Let's get Travis back here.
I'll take care of it.
Let's get the flank. Let's go back to melee. Let's try some crippling strike. knockdown. Arcane assault.
Hey,
Alright.
as you wish.
Alright, where's the rest of them? Alright, let's go back to Travis. Let's get the crossbow, let's take the shot.
What is it?
Alright, you gotta run way up in there? Alright, shoot this one. Ugh. Messing around with that garbage. Let's go back to melee. Alright. Let's hit him. See if we can go back here and flank. Go for the shot. Endurance, move up. And we can probably take these things
Yes.
out, so let's
What
go
is
for a
it?
flank. Let's go for a blinding strike. Oh, this thing's gonna be right up on him, huh? Okay, let's see. What can we use here? Let's try some lightning and get all three of them. Did he cast it or what? Okay, let's go with crippling strike on this one.
Well,
Sometime today would be nice. Alright, put the beat down on him.
I?
Okay, took them out. Alright,
Following your
let's move a little bit. Let's go for the flank. Yeah, these spiders are going to be pretty easy here for us. Let's go with crippling strike.
Yes?
Aloft to shoot him up. There we go. Alright, is that the last of them finally? Okay.
Margaren's fire cast light.
Alright, let's do a
in
quick
dark
search. And then there's a
places.
stairway over here too. Anything in here? And let's pick up the rest of these remains. Got some spider legs. And some more spider legs. Nothing in there. Nothing in there.
New orders, Lieutenant. Ready your squad.
And another apparition. A spectral man arrayed in armor and an officer's cloak studies a single sheet of paper. You can see straight through it to the ducal and nadir insignias on his breastplate. He seems to read over the pages several times before looking up at you. When he does, his expression is unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and a dozen barrels of pitch.
Keep listening.
The instructions come from AhTravesty himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat. Cut them down when they come out. Or let them blaze if they won't. It'll make this even shorter than the Broken Stone War, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts. I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that we're flushing out the enemy, not burning villages for sport. Bareth will have his work cut out for him tonight.
A blade in the dark.
Alright, what's this say? This cot is rough with splinters. Alright, I guess that's it for here, except for that stairway down. But we're running up on time, so we better do a quick save.